encounter between Sri Siddha Yogendra and Sri Shankara Bhatt during his travel to Vichitrapuram, Chapter 2, Part 3. Om Sai Ram. Shankara Bhatt continues. My journey continued from morning till noon. I saw a village with small houses. The pangs of hunger increased and troubled me. I am a Brahmin and can take meals only in the house of Brahmins. I cannot take meals elsewhere. I thought of preparing the meals myself. If someone provides the materials, then I can eat such food. I got a doubt whether any Brahmins were living in the village, so I asked some villagers about it. One of them said, "Sir, we are a hill tribe. I am the chief of this hamlet. There are no Brahmins in our village. You can accept fruits and honey from us if you have no objection. There is an adage that one can behave like a low-caste Shudra during travels. Therefore, I considered that it was not wrong to accept anything offered by anybody during the course of travel. They placed before me fruits and honey from the hills in those ravines. When I was about to eat, a crow came from somewhere and started pecking me on my head. I tried to drive it away, but in vain. In the meanwhile, some more crows gathered. They started pecking my body in all spots in a wanton manner. I was panic-stricken and began to run. Those crows were chasing me. There was no one in that village who could help me. The chief of the village said, "Oh, what a strange thing. In our area, crows do not harm anyone. We wonder why these crows are so ferocious and obstinate to harm you. You must have abused or dishonored a Siddha Purush. You are undergoing this punishment because of his curse. If we are to obstruct the course of the punishment, we would have to incur the wrath of that sage. So we will not try to change the course of divine play. Please do not misunderstand." After saying this, the chief kept quiet. I could not take the fruits and honey given to me. My body became blood-stained. The crows chased and injured me even though I was running. I felt extremely sad at my dismal state. Did Sri Siddha Yogendra curse me because I doubted him? But he had blessed me that I would have the fortune of seeing Shripad Sri Vallabha. Probably I cannot have the darshan of Lord Sri Datta unless all my sins accumulated from the past births are completely destroyed. I do not know how many sinful deeds I had amazed. How many punishments like this I have to suffer if all those sins are to be washed out. Oh, are so many difficulties and dangers involved in the blessings bestowed for the darshan of Sri Vallabha? Oh God, how many punishments you still want to inflict on me? Now who can save me? Shripad Sri Vallabha, save me, save me. Sharanu, Sharanu, Shripad Sri Vallabha. With such thoughts of absolute surrender, I slowly reached the root portion of an Audambra tree. I thought that the Audambra tree, which is the residing center of Lord Sri Datta, would protect me, but the sport of Lord Sri Datta ran contrary to my hope. An unprecedented foul smell was spreading from my body. Attracted by that odious odor, or by the irony of my fate, big poisonous snakes were coming in a row quickly. They were biting me and leaving quickly. I was troubled by crows before, and now my entire body became poisonous because of the bites from venomous serpents. Foam was coming out from my mouth. The strength of my heart began to decline. I thought that I was sure to die at any moment. It was evening dusk. Some washermen were going that way. They washed, dried, and bundled the dried clothes. They kept the bundles on the backs of donkeys and were going. They noticed my miserable plight, but they hesitated to touch me for some time because I am a Brahmin. As delay might endanger my life, they regarded saving a life was of prime importance. Hence, they seated me on a donkey and took me to their village. For me, all troublesome incidents were taking place in a procession on that day. The washermen took me to the colony of cobblers. One of those tanners had knowledge of medicine relating to poison. They kept me on a cot, the bottom of which was laced with cords. The premises smelled badly. That cobbler physician made juice from some wild herbs. He made me drink that juice. He tied some leaves at the locations where the snakes had bitten me. He plucked some tender leaves from an odambra tree. Juice like milk was flowing from those leaves. He kept the stems of those leaves into my 2 ears. I was getting terrible pain. I tried to get up and run away. 2 strong men held me firmly. I was helpless. That physician instructed his assistants, "The poison will come into the odambra leaves. After that, you will have to burn those poisonous leaves. The man will cry much louder as the poison increasingly gets transferred into the odambra leaves. So you hold him firmly." After some time, the poison was neutralized. I finally became healthy. I stayed in the house of the cobbler all throughout the night. The cobbler was singing during the whole night, "Datta Digambara, Digambara, Sripada Vallabha Digambara." I was lying on the cot. My heart swelled on hearing the extremely melodious names of the Lord. My love for the cobbler enhanced manifolds because he became my co-disciple of our Guru due to the spiritual relationship. In the next moment, I was pained with the realization that I was born in a superior Brahmin caste and that he was a low caste cobbler. Om Sai Ram.